Hello again. In this video lesson we're going to learn how to read and how to aseptically handle a sterile 1 milliliter pipette. These are called 1 milliliter pipettes because from the very tip of the pipette to the zero is 1 milliliter, and it's divided into tenths of a milliliter. So from 0.0 to 0.1 is 1/10, from 0.1 to 0.2 is another tenth, etc. Now the first thing you want to do before you unwrap the pipette and start handling it is look at the pipette and make sure you understand how to read it. Remember, when we dispense 1 milliliter into a culture tube, we need to draw it up to the zero right here and then dispense that whole contents, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, till the pipette is empty. If we want to put a tenth of a milliliter onto a petri plate, then we're going to use just a tenth of a mil. That could be from the tip to 0.9, or 0.9 to 0.8, or 0.8 to 0.7. Again, between any two numbers is 1/10 of a milliliter. So it's very important you know how to read the pipette first. Now these particular 1 milliliter pipettes are individually wrapped so that they are sterile. So to remove the pipette from its sterile wrapping, we go to the top and we separate the two pieces that are protecting the pipette till we see the cotton end exposed, and then we pull the cotton end out, such as that. Now notice, once we have the pipette out of its protective wrapping, we can no longer set it down because that will contaminate the pipette. We don't want to touch the part that's going to go into the tube with our gloved hands because they're not sterile. They've been touching surfaces. So again, we can only hold it in the air, and we hold it by the end where the cotton is, right here, without touching the portion that's going to go into the test tube. Now to begin pipetting, we have to put the pipette into a filler. So for 1 mil pipettes we use a blue filler, and we take the end where the cotton is, we push it firmly into the end of the pipette filler, again not touching the bottom part that's going to go into the tube. And the way this works now is that if we take the knob right here and we start turning it downwards, that's going to suck the liquid up into the pipette and hold it, and when we push it upwards, that's going to dispense the liquid. So when we're ready to do our pipetting, we would put the pipette into the liquid, and then we would turn the knob downwards to suck the liquid up into the pipette, watching it rise, and then turn it the other way to dispense it.